Hello and welcome to the Greenyards for one of the great fixtures on the calendar. It's Melrose against Gala in National 1. We'll go to the commentary box very shortly and join Dale Clancy, Bruce Aitchison and also Kelly Mitchell this afternoon. But first, let's have a word from the coaching staff.
We've had 6 weeks, we had a game off with COVID, but we've had 6 games and we build every game and it's just another game for us. We're just at the Greenyards and we've prepared well this week, so we'll see what happens come 3 o'clock.
Extra bite, of course, because it's Melrose.
Yeah, look, a Borders derby is always exciting and these games are always usually pretty tense. But look, our game plan is our game plan. As long as we execute, we believe we've got enough in our squad to come away with 4 points, and that's the ultimate goal.
It's just another game. It's a league game for us, but it's certainly got an extra edge to it, Stuart. As you know, we've talked about it all week. You know, Gala Melrose is a big occasion. It's a big occasion for both towns, a big occasion for both clubs, and the players certainly know that. But last thing I said to them before we came out for the warm-up was we need 4 points today for the league position. You know, forgetting who we're playing, so that's what we're going for today.
Very windy, as we can see at the moment. How's that going to affect things?
I think it'll very much be a territory game. You know, I think who controls the territory best will come out on top. You know, kicks into the corner, judging that wind for the play they want to get into. I think that'll be the telling factor. Two
teams who do like to throw the ball about. Do you think that's going to happen today?
Yeah, it's a dry day, Stuart. So, I mean, you saw from the Storm game just now that they were throwing it about. They were trying to play. So there's no reason why Melrose can't do the same. And Gala, certainly, the way they're playing this season, they'll want to chuck it about as well.
Hello and welcome to the Greenyards for the Tenants National League 1 fixture between Melrose, the home team, and Gala, both coming off wins last week. I'm joined by Dale Clancy. Dale, this looks like it's going to be a very tasty encounter.
Yeah, definitely. They've both kind of had good starts to the campaign. Melrose just with a couple of defeats in the season, sitting just tucked in behind Biggar in the league, but Gala not far off them in 4th position. You know, again, with only 1 defeat so far this season, it's eagerly anticipated, this clash. It's nice and dry, so we've got a lot of good running rugby to look forward to.
Yeah, I think we're set up for a cracker here, Kelly. Referee Sam O'Neill today, just off the back of refereeing at Hoyk, so he'll be well prepared for this. What can we expect from him this afternoon?
Hopefully pretty much the same as he done last week. He controlled the game very well between Hoyk and Jed Forrest last week, so aiming for the same. However, will be harder for him this week because he doesn't have any assistant referees on the touchline, so he'll need to do a bit more movement and control throughout the whole pitch.
No assistant referees for a Borders derby, Dale. Good luck for that one. Just looking down the team sheets here, home team, Dale, there's some tasty encounters coming up here, some one-on-one combat, I think, in certain positions. Who are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to seeing David Colvin at fullback. I think this is good conditions for it. It's going to be challenging with the wind's just burrowing right to left in the field here at the Greenyards, so it's going to be tricky in both halves for the fullbacks to field the ball. But he's an exciting runner with the ball in hand. Really looking forward to him playing this afternoon. And obviously in the forwards, Liam Scott a few weeks ago at Netherdale when Gala played Kelso, he was putting a man of the match performance. He's a really tenacious back row, so looking forward to see how those players can come through this tie. It's going to be interesting because the wind's going to come into play. It's relatively dry, but it's obviously, we've got a couple of big packs in there as well, so it's going to be an interesting fixture.
Yeah, David Colvine would have played a lot more rugby, I think, at 15, but for the Gala coach, Fraser Thompson, who kept him out there. But David Colvine, cracking rugby player, and obviously his brother Bruce at 9 will be looking to control things up against young Lachlan Johnson for Gala. And then we've got the old stager Craig Dodds at number 10 for Gala. I think he's relishing this game, Dale.
Yeah, I think he's a player that's grown over the last few seasons. He does the basics really well, and he controls the game well as well. You know, his passing, his ability with the ball in hand and also to kick is really impressive. And if he can get Gala in good positions, they've got forwards and they've got stripe runners in the backs that can really take advantage of his dictation of play.
Here come the mascots to deliver the match ball, and it looks like they're going to be giving it to Craig Dodds. They might be a little bit reluctant to give it to a man in maroon, but David Colvine's got them sorted. I hear that Richard Ferguson and Bruce Colvine have made quite a lengthy journey to be here. They had arranged a weekend away in Dunoon for their 30th. Big group of them went up yesterday, back down for this, and then they're back up the road tomorrow, so they'll be looking to get a result and make that a more cheerful journey. There's a decent crowd in, Dale.
Yeah, there's certainly the side opposite the stand is littered with people. The stand's filling up over there as well, so you know, trying to maybe shelter from the wind, but it's going to be a really interesting game.
Here we go. Craig Dodds kicks off towards the stand side. Melrose claim it. Number 8 picks it up very nicely. Ben McLean, who carries it into contact. Looks like they're setting up to box kick this one, and we'll see how big a part the wind is going to play in this. It's a decent nudge, not going quite as far as we thought. Collected and carried back. Melrose make the tackle just inside the Gala half. Gala not set up to box kick, so it goes one off. Dished up to number 4, Cameron Pate, who carries strongly. Gala look like they're going to keep it tight. It rumbles again. Neil Turnbull with this carry. Gala just working around the corner into Craig Dodds' hands. Strong carry by Gregor Mead, which he loves to do. Scrum cap on, head down and go forward. They come back. Ewan Dodds carries into the middle of the field. Gala not making big inroads, but they're keeping hold of the ball. They've now made it up to the halfway line and they've secured possession. It comes in the back to Craig Dodds. Gregor Main's hands on it again, and it looks like we're going to stretch the play. Dummy Gala through 13 carries into their half. Murray Wilson, who did very well in the early season. It's dished up again. Gala looking to stretch now. Ewan Dodds carries towards the 22, breaks the first tackle, but he's now brought down just inside. Ball's now gone away. Gala have numbers over, but they've gone short. Glenn McCrum carries. They're just inside the 22 here. Craig Dodds hands on ball. They've recycled very well. Melrose are claiming they think they've got a knock on. Referees playing advantage. It looks like it's going to be a Gala scrum just inside. Promising start from Gala, Dale.
Yeah, definitely looking after the ball well, trying to go through the phases, and you can see they're big ball players there. You know, they're trying to puncture the Melrose defence, but they're using the ball players well. Craig Dodds obviously stepping up at first receiver, but also they're putting Gregor Mean in there as well and getting Ewan Dodds to kind of attack one out, which is going to try and stretch this Melrose defence, but he's got the ability to get in behind as well. So it's a very positive start from Gala.
And we've got a scrum just inside the Melrose 22 across on the stand side, about 6 or 7 metres in from the touchline. Gala put in. This will be our first test for the forward packs and for the referee, who's short staffed, no ARs to help, so he's going to have to look after both sides of the scrum himself. He's taking his time to get them set just to make sure that everything goes according to plan. Gala are going to feed Ewan Dodds. Has got his head in there. It's now at his feet. He picks. Gregor Main comes short. 12 carries. It's a half tackle, but he's shrugged off. He's now making good inroads. Gala working now around the corner, but it's a pick and go over the top. They're 5 metres from the line. Things have shortened up a little bit. It's a carry by Aitchison. His old man Billy will be pleased with that. That was his style of play as well. Pick and go around the corner. They're held up. It's Marius Tamasaitis. He's not made any ground. Ewan Dodds hands on ball. You never know what's going to happen when he gets his hands on the pill. Gala not sure whether to come in or go out. It looks like Craig Dodds wants. They've got numbers over. He shows and goes himself. He's now about 3 yards away. Referee's got his arm out. Looks like a penalty against Melrose. He's now blown his whistle. Melrose have lifted it. Ben McLean trying to slow the game down a little bit, and there's some phone number swap in there, Kelly, and referee's got himself in there pretty early.
Yeah, that's what you want to see in a border derby, is just kind of just living on the edge a little bit, but Sam's dealt with that really well. He's nipped it in the bud kind of straight away. It's fine having it on the edge, but you don't want to boil over.
Yep, Melrose killing the ball 5 metres out. It's a Gala penalty, and they've called for the scrum. Blindside winger Andrew Mitchell's just floating around outside Craig Dodds' outside shoulder. He's got his hands up, looks like he's ready to go, but Melrose have got the shunt on. Ewan Dodds picks, and it's a fumble. Melrose have recovered it, and it looks like Bruce Colvine's going to try and empty this. Referee's blown his whistle. So another test. Gala don't have to focus on ball, they just try and get a shunt on. It's gone down the front row, but referee's happy to let Ben McLean lift that and go. Gala are really competitive at that breakdown, trying to make a mess of it, but Melrose have secured. BC gets himself into position. They've set up a little pod just towards the touchline to go one more. Maybe it's set up for a slightly easier box kick. Bruce Colvine just directing traffic, making sure the referee knows that it's Gala cheating and no Melrose. He brings it back with his feet. Ruck's not too long, so there'll be some pressure applied here, and it is charged down, and it, as usual, rebounds into Ewan Dodds' hands. It's a bit of a mess, but going back for it is that man Liam Scott, the Gala captain, who loves to carry. He's very high, he gets himself to deck eventually. Referee takes a knee. Gregor just flips it up. Gregor Main just flips it up to Murray Wilson, who carries, but Melrose are really competitive over that. and that is a great win from Donald Crawford. It means a lot to him, former Melrosian, wearing the shirt, playing at the Greenyards against his local rivals, and he's pretty pleased with that one, I think.
Yeah, I think that's really good work from the outside centre, just isolating the runner, and I mean, he was very quick over that ball, snifled right over it, got himself in a good body position. The referee had a good long look at it as well. He was supporting his weight, and he just again gets the opportunity just to, after a lot of Gala pressure, to kick downfield and try and alleviate this for a little bit.
Yeah, Melrose have done very well there, so they've brought the play up to just in between the 22 and the 10 metre line in the Gala half. Melrose line out. John Cox, former Curry, bringing himself to the front of the line. He's just going to have a little bit of a whisper to the code. Let's face it, it's throw it high and jump high, isn't it? But they've set up, they've got 4 at the tail. This looks like a little bit of invention for Graham Dodds. 4 at the tail, 1 at the front. Gala will have to be alive here. It's a race to the front, and it's overthrown. Liam Scott picks up and carries. Bruce Colvine makes the tackle and sticks around to make it a bit more difficult. Melrose are on ball, but Gala have got there in time. Stevie Cairns with a nice little inside flip to Glenn McCrum, who carries right up to the halfway line. Craig Dodds sticks it through his hands. Murray Wilson carries again. Melrose try and compete. The ball's there. Melrose defence is organised, so Gala have to go short. Ian Dodds carries, ball secured. Melrose lying around for a bit. Sam Derrick trying to make things slow. Craig Dodds goes to the boot and it's charged down. And Melrose are away here. The referee has blown the whistle. Melrose number 12, Rolly Brett, has just gone in under the sticks, thinking that he's able to score, but the referee has brought it back. The charge down appeared to go straight into the face. I can't see who it is that's down, but he's been given some pretty quick medical attention. Bruce Colvine's just having a chat to the referee to say, why didn't we play on? Gala are regrouping. They've maybe just dodged a bullet there, Dale.
A very unorthodox way to charge down a ball, but first and foremost we hope he's okay, because it's certainly the pace that Dodds gets the ball going from his boot. It comes off at a rate of knots, and he's obviously put his body on the line trying to charge it down. And unfortunately for Melrose on that occasion, that was a score, because Rolly Brett was first there. Gala never reacted to the charge down very well, so Melrose were in for a score, but the referee managing that, and obviously Kelly, you can chip in here, because obviously managing that really well, player welfare first and foremost.
Yeah, that's at the forefront of every referee's mind. The way the player went down the deck after the charge down is just a safety concern. So Sam straight away noticed that his body, he wasn't in control of his body as he was going down to the ground. Therefore, the best thing to do, blow the whistle, stop the game, get the treatment on. And as you can see, for me, that is the right decision, even though I do know that Melrose were under the sticks there for a score. But player safety is the main thing.
And the referee has given it as a Gala scrum. Kelly, I'm not 100% sure I know the reasoning for that.
Gala was in possession of the ball. So even though Craig Dodds kicked it, at the point where he stopped the game, Gala was in possession of the ball. Okay, we'll take that one, thank you. Ian Dodds lifts, he makes very good ground, he shows it and goes. He does get chopped down by McLean, and Gala again slow to the breakdown, and Melrose are making things really difficult for them. Melrose have been reasonably successful with their maul so far. It's well claimed by Sam Derrick again, who's become their go-to man. They've got good shape, balls at the back, and they've got great momentum now. Gala look like they've come piling in from the side. Ref's got his arm out for an advantage. Bruce Colvine carries and gives shot to Rolly Brett. Bruce Colvine directing traffic, asking his forwards to get round the corner. Ferguson carries. We're now 5 metres from the Melrose line. They would be loving to score here. Bruce goes back up the short side. Great ball back inside. What a score! What a score! An absolute peach. It looks like Aidan Cross who's gone in for the score there.
Really good work over on the far side from Cross, because obviously from the set piece he's loitering in behind, trying to do the hard work off the wing, and when it's came back on that side he is almost in the wrong position, but he's made a lot of good work to get himself back in a position where he's back in the game.
There must be a call made here. It comes straight from Ewan Dodds to Craig Dodds. A miss one to Wilson, who gives Peffers, shows and comes back inside, so we don't get all the way to the touchline for Mitchell. Murray Wilson comes off his feet as he tries to compete there. Melrose have got hands on ball. Ref seems happy with the contest. Bruce Colvine comes out with it. There's nobody in the backfield, but it's charged down. It's then hacked when it gets a bit loose. Gregor Main goes back to pick up. There's 4 Melrose players bearing down on him. He drops the shoulder and has a crack. Craig Fairbairn makes the tackle. Gala have got to come back to get behind the ball. Ewan Dodds gives to Craig again. Craig has a go, he goes just inside. Well, what a tackle by John Cox, who finds himself out in the wider channels. Gala now getting a bit of momentum. Here's Liam Scott, loves to carry. He's got the ball in one hand, it's a long post. McLean comes in, referee's got an advantage for a knock on as McLean tried to come in and turn over. Marius carries, good strong carry. David Colvine's on ball. Into Craig Dodds' hands. They've numbers here, but it's a miss pass to Stevie Cairns, which takes away that numerical advantage. Ewan Dodds covers ball. There's still a competition from Lewis Mallon over ball back to his back row days. Big carry by Neil Turnbull into Craig Dodds' hands, middle of the field. The miss pass to Liam Scott. He looks like he's isolated. Ref's got his arm out. Melrose turn it over and it's a penalty. There's a great turnout today, Dale. Lots of options on TV, but they've chosen to be here.
Yeah, that's a successful penalty there from Craig Dodds, and it's good to see. I think that there's almost been a little after COVID, there's been a little kind of breathe of life back into club rugby, and you would encourage maybe a few more to come down and watch these sort of games.
Gala win their own ball this time. Liam Scott rises towards the tail and they keep it. Forwards have kept it. It's now in Jack Eason's hands at the back of the maul. He's just having a look. It's still going. The referee says it's still the same maul. We go to deck, but he said Melrose are pulling it down, so we're on an advantage now. Gregor Main carries into the middle of the field. It's not a massively positive carry, but Gala have got over the top into Craig Dodds' hands. Throws a Hail Mary pass. Johnson has a chance now. Chips it over. Scott Peffers puts pressure on. The referee is going to come all the way back for a penalty. Johnson was hit as he gave the kick. Gala just asking the referee if he's sure he's got that decision right. He's coming back for the advantage. It's a long way to come back. Gala penalty. It looks like he's going to the 10-metre line. Melrose pulling them all down. Kelly, do we think that's an advantage gone?
To be honest, I would have said the advantage was over when it got out to the wing and he kicked it forward.
It was serious enough to pull a yellow card out for Ben McLean for taking down the maul. So not only have Gala got a penalty and a chance to exert some pressure by kicking into 22, they're also now against 14 men for 10 minutes, which will take them beyond half time. Craig Dodds sticks in a very good nudge to bring Gala about 8 metres from the Melrose try line. Yeah, and this time it is claimed. Glenn McCrum takes it. Melrose have got an early shunt on. There's a bit of a pile up, but Gala still seem to be in control and they're going towards the try line. Good luck referee spotting this ball. He's on his knees and he's given the try. Gala have scored from that driven line out. We'll see who comes up with the ball. I think it might be Stevie Cairns who got himself to the back of that. Ewan Dodds obviously comes back with the ball. He'll be claiming it even if it wasn't his. There's a bit of afters. Referees dealt with that well and calmed things down. Well, Craig Dodds got a difficult kick here, Dale.
Yeah, it's a difficult position. I think they'll be happy with the 5 points. It was great work in the maul for Gala. They bundled the bodies in and went over the line, but into this headwind, this is a very challenging kick over on the stand side for Doddsy.
Melrose did their best. They threw bodies into it. They tried to take it down at source, but it gives Doddsy a chance to add some extras. It's a decent nudge and the flags go up. We're telling him it's a difficult kick, so Craig Dodds says, well, I'll raise you that one, and here we go. Now, Melrose appear to have been given a penalty, which I'm intrigued by, Kelly. So try was given, conversion successful, but we restart the game with a penalty. I have to admit, I've been around for a while, I've never seen that.
Any foul play after a try's been awarded can mean that the restart is a penalty.
Dave Colvine is just going to have a crack. He strides up to it. He's kept it very, very low, and it's gone just under the bar. Gala line out inside the Melrose half. We're not far away from half time, so Gala will probably want to keep hold of this ball for as long as they can. It's a 5-man line out. Ewan Dodds has got himself in the scrum half position. He then takes it. It's now into Eason's hands, and they've got good shape in that drive. Melrose not committed everyone to it. Now they go in. It's got a bit messier. Eason's now been tackled. We've got a correction to the jerseys. Cruikshank is the man wearing 18. Good carry in the middle of the field. Gala are coming back up the short side. Dodds quick hands. Gotta love it. And Marius charges. The big Lithuanian who's come to the club and doing good things. Doddsy, oh, stop it! Ewan Dodds puts it onto his boot. He gets charged down and then given back to him, pops into his hands. He gives it to the outside, and Liam Scott is brought down about 3 metres from the line, and his foot was in touch. Ian Cooper puts his flag up. Gala thought they had it there. The spectators had their arms in there. They were pretty confident Liam Scott was going to dive over, and it doesn't come off. So it's a Melrose line out. Pressure on Ferguson's throw here with a man down in the forwards. Ben McLean still on the naughty step. Gala do apply pressure, but Melrose claim it. It's that man again, Sam Derrick. His line out stats are going off the chart in this first half. He's their go-to man. Gala trying to match him up. Ian Dodds has got himself in there trying to make things difficult. Bruce Colvine's got his paws on it and he empties. It goes out, so it would be a Gala line out. There's still time. There's been a couple of stoppages for injuries. Referee looks at his watch, but he's happy that we're still playing. A couple of Melrose players are just questioning. I think they're keen to get to the oranges at half time. Gala just go real straightforward, just a throw and well-timed jump in the middle of the field. Dodds gives to Stevie Cairns, short. Dodds then clears it out. Main adds another weight number there. What a ball from Dodds to Peffers, who comes into the line, beats the first tackle. We're on to the 22 now. Big carry in there from Neil Turnbull. He looked like he enjoyed that one. Arms out for the referee. It looks like Melrose not rolling away, so there's a chance for them to play here. Ball lost forward, so it is a penalty to Gala. Ref is slowing the game down, just wants another little chat. This could be just too many penalties being accrued here. Referee's pointing in a couple of spots into 22, so I think he just wants Ferguson to realise that Melrose are treading a fine line here. He wants them to have a bit of a chat. It looks like Craig Dodds is called for the tee. Doddsy takes a big breath, swings that right boot, and he's hit that absolutely beautifully, which gives us Gala 13, Melrose 5, and that is half time, so that was the last action in the half. It's been an absolute belter. It started off with Gala, Melrose then had the middle, and it's been back to Gala to finish off.
I think Craig Dodds is perhaps the man who is dictating the way that the first half was played. He grew into the game more and more. He brought the players inside and outside into the game, used his boot, used his passing well, and Gala gained more and more confidence, which shows in the scoreline now. I think going down the tunnel at half time, 13 points to 5 up at the Greenyards. Gala will be happy, but I think they deserve it.
Melrose great shape again. This is really disciplined play from them. Ferguson dishes it up to Rolly Brett. Crawford in behind. David Colvine comes in, steps off the outside foot, but he's looked after by Murray Wilson, who competes well for the ball. They come back against the grain. Bruce Colvine gives, it goes through the hands, and it's carried by Rudy Lindsay. Bruce Colvine snipes, just has a little look to see who's on the edge. Great little short ball into the space. Well policed by Gala. Melrose beginning to build a little bit of momentum now. They've filled the field in attack. Gala try and compete for the ball. They've certainly slowed it down. Crawford goes through the hands. Brett gets his paws on it, dances a little bit. Ball in one hand, so we know he's going to run. Gala compete, but Melrose have got numbers there. Bruce Colvine gets it away. Crawford in the middle of the field, well up by Liam Scott, who makes the chop tackle. Ewan Dodds tries to slow it down. Craig Dodds has come up in a dog leg to try and prevent Melrose getting it to the outside. Crawford puts it onto the boot and has to claim it back himself. There's a bit of a scrap in there. Referees indicating it was knocked on by Gala, but Melrose are playing with a free ball. Big hit by Marius Tamasaitis. Bruce Colvine lifts and gives. What a ball. Sam Derrick gets to show what he can do in open play. Melrose beginning to just build some momentum. There's no hurry here. They're very patient build-up, Dale.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen this time and time again, just building through the phases as Crawford tries to release some players in the backs there, but Melrose really starting to try and build some momentum here and try and manipulate this Gala back defensive division.
It's a loose ball, but it's bouncing nicely. Crawford carries. Craig Dodds tries to compete or at least slow it down. Melrose are onto the Gala 22. Ferguson carries, he just gets inside, so they're just slowly edging forward. Arms out, looks like it's a penalty advantage for Gala flopping onto the ball, so Melrose will play the ball out the back. It's into Rolly Brett's hands again. Crawford might be a bit of crossing there. Yeah, no advantage comes, so we'll go back for the Melrose penalty. It got into Aidan Cross's hands, but Gala had numbers. There was no big threat there. They seemed pretty comfortable in defence, but sloppy penalty to give away. And Melrose now have a chance to make some inroads in the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting call here. I think I can see Richard Ferguson just pointing towards the corner, but this is similar to what Melrose done in the first half. They grew into the game, they put a little bit of pressure on, but just couldn't sustain that for long periods. But there, it's nice to see Derek just popping up in the open field, showing what he can do in open field running, picking lines and just getting Melrose in behind the gain line as Colvin kicks to the corner. And that is criminal from David Colvin. It just came off the side of his boot and went out dead.
Yeah, those ones are stinkers. You put yourself in that position where everybody can see the skill you're going to execute. You get it wrong and everybody knows you've got it wrong. Even those that don't know a huge amount, they know you've got it wrong. David Colvine's kicking himself. You can see that he is not happy with that. Ewan Dodge just having a little bit of toying with the opposition. Referee shows that he's got some handling skills as well. Gala massively off the hook there. Big let off. Craig Dodds is just taking his time. I think he's going to go long with this one and try and use the wind. He's given that a fair old scalp, and Colvine's able to get himself back in the game. He claims that one, he runs straight up, he wants to go himself, beats the first defender, brings it back inside. It's a good carry, not held, so Melrose are able to scramble. They're back inside the Gala half. Colvine gets it away, Crawford round the back to Brett, into Crawford's hands. Oh, that one looks like it's forward, and the referee's seen it as well, which pleases the Gala faithful on this opposite of the stand side. Looks like there's another little bit of chat with the referee. He's very popular today. He's getting a lot of insight from the players just to make sure they're helping him out. They're just getting themselves set. Gallagher get a little bit excited. He goes back to looks like Crawford, who sticks it in there. It's well taken. Here's a chance for Peffers. He comes off that left foot and goes right up the guts. He's not quite held, so he tries to play it again. Tackle's made. Nobody needs to cover. It's so quick. There's numbers here. Liam Scott gives a cut to Mitchell. Mitchell's got the ball in 2 hands, and it looks like Gregor Main has taken a sore one there. There didn't seem to be many arms used in that tackle, and there's a head knock. Liam Scott is speaking to the referee. He is not happy because he saw it.
You see the difficulty there when Gregor Mean's collecting that ball, and I think that is John Cox on the ground, but when he's coming across, it's a fraction of a second between being right on the money and wrapping up a player and also then encroaching on being on foul play.
Craig Dodds has got this kick. We're right in line with this, so we'll be able to see if he hits this true. He's got it lined up towards that outside post. Wind coming at him. He's just got underneath that, but it goes right between the sticks. So an important period of play ends with 3 points for Gala. Gala go to 16, Melrose 5.
Yeah, that compounds a lot of misfortune there for Melrose. Not only have they had one of their industrious players in Coxey, he's knocked out, he's yellow carded, but they've conceded 3 points as well, so bad things come in threes. And
a big change for Melrose, number 19 Stuart Aitchison, who has got a heap of experience, a real class act of a player. He's come onto the field for Doug Crawford, and it'll be interesting to see if he can stamp his authority on this game. Craig Dodds empties it down to the Melrose 10 metre line, taken by David Colvine, who's running it back, not kicking. Comes off his right foot, then his left, carries into contact, but Gala, great work over the ball there by Glenn McCrum. Huge shift in momentum there. David Colvine did bring it back towards his support, but they looked slow to get in behind him. They are down a player in that forward pack, but no excuses there. McCrum did really well to pounce on that. And Gala, you just feel, Dale, momentum is with them.
Yeah, that sort of thing, counter-attack in rugby, if you can snaffle that ball and isolate the runner, you could see McCrum just got in a good body position again, got over the ball, tucked it nicely into David Colvin, and the referee only had one decision to make, because the counter-attack, the rucking from Melrose, it was met with a lot of resistance. You could not shift McCrum.
Referee making sure the back line stay 10 metres back. He's not got the assistants to make sure that they abide by that one. Neither team looks like they're that far back. Sam Derrick has done it again. He spoons it back. Colvine picks it up, throws it to Stuart and Aitchison, who puts a boot in. It's taken by Johnson. He's under a fair bit of pressure there. Richard Ferguson made some great ground to chase that kick. Interested to see where he started from. Melrose have countered, and it looks like they've turned over. Gala in from the side, and that's a really dull penalty to give away. There he is, Sam Derrick. And Melrose have got a great set up there, but Gala are able now to come forward because the ball's moved off the mark. The ball's at the back of the maul. Bruce Colvine just has a look. He makes a little sign behind his back, and now he has to use it. He brings it across Aitchison, and then it's carried by Mallon. The ball looked like it was stripped away there, but referee I think is playing advantage for Gala knock on. Melrose are really narrow in attack, so Gala are able to compete for it. Eason has a crack, it's not there for him. Hutchison carries the ball to the line, ball in two hands. Good bit of skill. Gala shutting off that outside option. Murray Wilson comes up. Melrose have numbers here. Andrew Mitchell decides to come in, doesn't stick the tackle, but certainly knocks him off his feet. Rory Lindsay goes to deck. Melrose just got a bit of dander up, but they're not making ground. They're keeping possession, but not making ground. Bruce Colvine away to Stuart Aitchison. What a line, but a great tackle. Gala try and compete for it. What a tackle by Angus Dunn. He's got himself involved since he's come on. Melrose in possession across in front of the stand. A bit of a gamble there from Liam Scott, looking for an intercept, but it doesn't come off. Bruce Colvine gets the ball away. Melrose look to stretch it now. Rolly Brett sticks it into hand. David Colvine gets it. It's into Rory Lindsay's hands. He carries. He's brought down on the Gala 22. Ball away. Stuart Aitchison in the middle of the field. It's trucked up by Jack Dobie. They're still on the 22, not making ground, and Gala again get their timing absolutely bang on to compete for it.
Yeah, good.
Marius.
Yeah, good work on the floor there again from Marius. He gave away the earlier penalty downfield, which has been this little sustained pressure, period of pressure from Melrose, but just great. You know, could you imagine trying to shift that man off of a ball when he's crouched over, tucking it in? You know, he's a big lump of a guy to try and move, and it gives Gala the opportunity to kick downfield.
And this is what we said, that any mistake Gala can just punish. There's a 50-metre boot down the field by Craig Dodds. So just outside the Melrose 22 now, Gala line out, and there's a few guys sucking in the oxygen there. They'll just get themselves ready for the end of this game. I think Stuart Johnson will be a bit disappointed with the Gala line-out performance so far. He prides himself on it. It's gone well for Gala this season. They've gone much shorter, straight to two. Ian Dodds comes out with it as ever. Gala over ball's out, so we play. Craig Dodds sticks it short. There's McCavanagh, has his first carry, stays strong and presents the ball. Johnson trying to direct traffic. Forward's not that keen to come round the corner, so it goes back to them up the short side. They've not made great inroads either, but it goes off again. Cameron Pate carries. Gala inside the 22. This is where they want to be. Melrose have piled numbers into that breakdown in the hope that they get some kind of turnover, but Gala still have. The ball is there, it's secure, it's certainly not quick. The Melrose defence is very narrow, but they know Gala are going up the guts. Marius carries to within 7. The ball's now away onto Craig Dodds. He cuts back inside, and there he is. The man that scared the living daylights out of Dale Clancy goes over for a Gala try, Tim McCavanagh, and that has come from a penalty won by Gala on their own 22. They kick into the Melrose 22, and some patience in attack at last. He's got good feet for a big lad, because he didn't just run at the chest there, he ran at the space and he moved his feet. Craig Dodds does it again with another conversion, and that looks like it's going to take the win to Gala. It's now what can Melrose do to get back into this game. So we're on Gala 23, Melrose 5, and Craig Dodds is really beginning to enjoy this. Stuart and Aitchison tries to get the hurry up. That's a great nudge. Melrose apply great pressure and claim the kick. That looks like Hamish Weir, who's come off the bench for Melrose on the wing. He's gone and won that ball in the air, and Melrose look like they've had a bit of a shot in the arm here. They've carried the ball to the middle of the field. They've got numbers over the breakdown. Bruce Colvine comes back up the short side, dishes to Dobie, who gets tackled. Gala patient in defence there. They're working hard to match up numbers. David Colvine tries to step. He's chopped again. Gala compete, they slow it down, but Melrose still in possession of the ball. They're not committing too many to the breakdown, making sure they don't give away penalties. Rolly Brett sticks out the back. Crawford has a goal. He does really well there to get a long post under a lot of Gala pressure. Hutchison takes, standing still though. Melrose very flat. They're not getting enough time to reorganise their back line. Bruce Colvine tries to go the direct route, just right at the side of the ruck. He's now at the bottom of that, so forwards are going to have to take control here. It gets dished up to Ferguson, who carries just one off the ruck. Gala have a go. Aitchison tries, slowed it down. Melrose look a bit disjointed here. Brett carries it into some space. Now we get to have a go. McCavanagh tested in defence. Crawford throws it, but it goes straight into Mitchell's hands, who dishes up a pretty loose offload with a great chance to apply some pressure there. Colvine's got himself into the second receiver position now. I'm keen for this to be clean so that we can see what Melrose have got up their sleeve. Bruce Colvine releases. It's Brett that takes it. It goes in behind the back, but Craig Dodds has read that ball back inside well. Melrose have a go. Just one off, just pick and go. Bruce Colvine's directing traffic around the corner. Ferguson ready to carry. Liam Scott, as ever, there to chop him down. Ball goes through the hands, almost got it to the touchline. Crawford thinks about it and then comes back inside. He didn't want to release the ball. The tackle was complete and he's kept going, and that is a cheap one with Melrose in possession. Taylor Wilson got himself on, academy player, native of Dunbar. This will be a great test for him in a Melrose Gala game. Liam Scott has gone to 15. Peffers gets on the outside of his man and gets a great ball away. Interesting decision to chip kick, but the ball carried back over. Referee was right there. Great positioning by the ref. He is indicating, Kelly, I think that Melrose carried it over their own line.
That's what it looked like. However, it was in.
Stuart Hutchison's tried to take it short, and he's dished it right back up to Gala again with the restart from under his own post. Gala now in position, 5 metres from the line. Melrose have possibly got off the hook there by holding up the ball carrier. Referee has told them they need to use it, and Melrose might have just got out of jail there.
Definitely. I don't know if that's the police coming to get Struan Hutchison, because he was certainly put Melrose under a lot of pressure there, but it was very naive from Struan Hutchison to try and go quick there and go short, because he's on his own goal line. Gala don't have to get back behind the 22. They were all in open field, and Gala just swept it up, puts in a little bit of pressure on again, and Melrose are the masters of their own downfall in their second half at the moment, because it's error after error after error, and they're compounding misery at the moment.
Difficult to get themselves out of here. They're 5 metres from their own line with a scrum. They're playing into the wind, so no kick is going to easily relieve pressure. Peffers and Johnston for Gala are almost on the halfway line. Melrose have done very well at the set piece. I'm pretty sure Graham Dodds will be happy with that. Struan Hutchison has gone. He's wriggled out the first tackle, but he's been caught by the second. Melrose showing a little bit of endeavour there to try and get away. Bruce Colvine has to slow things down a little bit now, but forwards one off. I'll tell you what, Rory Lindsay, Sam Derrick and Ben McLean have got through a sizable amount of work today, but there is pretty much the Melrose performance in one little snapshot. Craig Dodds lines this one up, takes a little step back up onto the tiptoes and nudges it right through. and that is the end of the game. Melrose 5, Gala 26, and you have to say, over the piece, that is absolutely deserved. Melrose did very well. Scrum time, line out time, they showed flashes, but just when they had momentum, they shot themselves in the foot, and Gala took chances when they came. Bragging rights definitely go to Gala, and I think it'll be all set up for a rematch when they get back to Netherdale later in the season. Some big performances there from both teams, but definitely the team performance was for Gala, and they look very happy with themselves.
It didn't really click today, did it?
No, definitely not. I mean, the last sort of three, the other two losses that we've had so far, there's maybe been excuses for this and that, but I think today that just Gala were better than us on the day, and like you say, maybe a couple of things just didn't click, and it was disappointing in the end.
Very unlucky at the start, of course, because there was a try to be had there, and they had to bring it back for safety reasons, which everyone will understand. But it didn't help you at the end of the day.
100%. Take out your main line-out jumper. I was probably more annoyed about, but the player safety has to be first. Luckily, Ross and both John Cox that went off in the second half are both okay, so they're both in the changing room and both good.
Well, that's good news anyway, to take out with that. Anything else you can take out of from a positive nature? I
think for us it's probably a turning point in the league season, that if we don't react to this, then our season could just probably fall by the wayside, whereas hopefully this is, we look back in a month's time and we've really kicked on, and this is the loss has meant something, and it has meant something to the boys, and just hopefully we start improving for the remainder of the season.
Because to the outsider, the Watsonians game, 80 points over there, everyone's thinking, my goodness, Melrose are going to be hot favourites. Yeah. But rugby doesn't work like that.
No, exactly right. I mean, you've got to turn up each week, and again, as a Duns man coming into this environment, it's Melrose. Everybody loves to beat Melrose, and we've just got to match that each week. These teams are coming down to our stadium pitch and just wanting to beat us, and we've just got to lift it a bit more and want it a bit more and try and win at home.
And just before we get blown completely off the scaffolding here, next week?
Yeah, next week we're playing Friday night actually up at Stirling, so a real good opportunity. They've had a funny start to the season, played most of the top teams but are coming to a bit of form, so a good opportunity for us to try and bounce back next Friday night at Stirling.
Well, I appreciate you coming to talk to us. Thanks a lot.
No problems, thank you.
Deeply satisfying day for Gala.
100%. I think obviously people maybe talked about us having a little easier run as such. Those were still difficult games. We focused on ourselves this week and we came out with a really good performance, particularly in defence as well.
Fraser Thompson was obviously playing down the Melrose Gala thing and saying, look, we're just going to concentrate on ourselves and prepare like any other game. But deep inside, it's still a Melrose Gala match.
Oh, it's always there, and I think you noticed that with the crowd that was here today. It was a really good crowd. A lot of noise coming from the stand, you've not had that for a while, so it still does mean a lot to people,
And you'll be pleased overall with the performance?
100%. Like I say, we managed that game really well early on. There was a strong wind out there. It might not have been very noticeable from one side, but there was a really strong wind. We kept the ball in our hand, we managed the game really well and went in with a good lead. And then coming out in the second half, we just needed to keep building, and we got that momentum and scored a couple of tries.
So a win for Gala this afternoon, and that keeps them in the top half of the table in National 1. We'll be back again next week for another commentary match. Join us then.